Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the FLM Super League 2025. We've got 3 days of tennis in a round-robin format with 2 matches per day, one at 2 p.m, one at 6 p.m. Each match contains 3 rubbers, which will be 2 singles and 1 doubles match. After Thursday, we'll have the final group standings and the top 2 teams will contest the final on Friday. Please share the stream with everybody, get involved in the chat and select your team for the week and enjoy the show. The first match today is the Sayers Slayers and the Fahey Forces, and this evening's match will be the defending champions Shenkman's Henchmen against Matthew's Mavericks. Enjoy!
Beautiful. Thank you, Ben, for that. So yeah, as Ben said, we got the Sayers Slayers, and the Fahey Forces first. First up, John Woods Casey representing Fahey Forces, and Darren Long representing the Sayers Slayers. Today on commentary we have myself, Vaughan Hamilton, and Henman by the side of me.
Hello Vaughan, how are you?
Very well. Looking forward to starting the Super League.
Yeah, I think this is a great game to get us kicked off.
Yeah, high quality singles match to start with.
2 very established single figure players.
Yeah, John Woods Casey obviously over at Hampton Court Palace for a 3-month, I believe, sort of job swap with Jack Josephs, who's over at Melbourne now. So it's good to see John in these UK events, which we don't normally get to. I don't personally know if these 2 have played before.
I'm sure a stat will come up on the stream at some point from Ben, but annoyingly, Vaughan and I cannot currently see the screen, but I'm sure that will be fixed during the day. Vaughan's going to get it off on his phone. There we go. Just the quick thinking we need.
So adaptable. Sorry to disappoint Sammy Legg. Matthews is now off commentary duties, but he'll be back.
Chasing
there
the
we
hazard
are, there's
there
the head.
Hot take from Chasing the Hazard.
I've only played once before, which was back in 2020 at the Governor's Cup quarter-final in Hobart, which Darren Long fairly comfortably won, but John Woods Casey's been making leaps forward in the last couple of years, so I think this will be a lot closer than that previous head-to-head. One vote for the Matthews Mavericks, which will obviously be fairly biased towards.
Yeah,
but we agree.
Representing later at 6 p.m. against the former champion, so got our work cut out, but we'll see how that goes.
lot of excitement around the Super League this year. It's obviously our second year of doing this tournament. Do you think the short burst sets has a sort of more exciting effect, or just let our
2025 FLM Super League? Our first match today, representing the Sayers players, is Darren Long. And at the receiver's end, representing the Fahey forces, we have John Woods-Casey. This match is one set, first for 9 games off of level. Lovell, play well.
Forced to kick things off from the forces.
characteristic?
Chase, better than the first gallop.
Very strong start from Woods-Casey. Gets a racket error in 2 chases. I can't think you'd imagine much more from that.
Yeah, and to answer your question from earlier, Vaughan, I think the shorter matches do add a lot more excitement. But also a big
more
longer
shot results, isn't there?
Yeah, but I think a longer set means a lot more kind of twists and turns in the story. So
true. Yeah.
Better than the first gallop.
just hitting the wall there, which
30 love,
causes
takes
the
more than
racket
a
to
yard
leave his
worse
hand.
than last gallop. Forty love. Go.
Well, faultless start from John Woods-Casey in the first game.
For the forces,
Very quick one love.
It's interesting to see both players currently going for the underarm twist on the serve here. Do you see any reason behind that?
I think the Queen's Penthouse sometimes does have a few extra nobbles on it. Woods-Casey uses that underarm twist just generally as well, right?
Yeah, I think that's fair. Yeah, I think he's just looking for the lip on the end of the penthouse.
See, the yard better than the second gallop.
Serving really short as well, Vaughan Woods-Casey, just kind of into the fault line. We've got a good view from up here. But against Darren, I think that's a great move. He's a prolific forcer off the back wall or even into the volley, but just engaging him straight into the floor. And I think Woods-Casey will just back himself to win those longer rallies.
Chases a yard better than the second gallop.
Wow. Good. Slow pace maybe, but very, very effective.
The marker is awarded another first serve.
Darren is off the mark.
15 love.
15 love in this third game.
Sharp.
There we go. We've got some support
30
for
love.
the Australian receivers end coming in the chat.
Forty love.
Yeah, 40 love games all round.
Game to the Slayers, 1 game to 2.
Slayers are on the board.
That's well played from Darren. It's going to be interesting to see who can grasp the momentum of this game.
Quick start is vital in this format.
I think a lot of it has been down to who's been at the server's end
30 love.
so far.
Has been so far for sure, yeah. Yeah, both players really controlling from the service end. Some good
40
serving.
love.
Not many targets from the receivers end so far. Question in from Chasing the Hazard about the short format, and obviously us guys are used to playing 3 or 5 set matches, so any change in mentality?
I mean, I think it encourages you to really push in a warm-up.
Yeah.
So off court, maybe here conveniently there are squash courts, get there, get the feet moving, take a quick start.
Yeah, that quick start is really just the most important thing for this format. You don't want to see yourself going down 4 or 5 love.
Service point, 30-40. Oh!
Seems to be a lot of support for the phase force so far.
You're in good voice.
John seemed a bit unhappy with that. Won the point, but I think he was a bit frustrated that that ball was slightly loose.
It was quite loose. If Daz hadn't kind of committed to his position, he was definitely able to retrieve that one.
That's a good finish there from John.
Service advantage. Better than 2.
Better than 2. A bit more contested game, this one. First use an advantage.
Again, I think the majority of the points have come from whoever's down this end.
Yeah, I'm sure both players are kind of learning and realising maybe
Advantage
we're
to the
both in
forces.
court, but maybe the balls are,
Chasing better than 2.
for some reason or another, kind of leaning towards the service end advantage.
Chase off. They're all better than 2.
It's a good lead there from Darren, I think. I think he'll be happy with that, but equally, nice shot from John.
Great cut volley from Mitch Casey.
Receiver's advantage.
Another advantage. Oh, that did not sound good.
The game to the Forces, 3 games to 1.
Slight change in strategy here from Darren. He's opting for rail rigs now, which John seems to be getting on top of really well.
Yeah, the cut volleys have been coming in a bit hotter than they were in the first 3 games of this match.
Down, takes 1 and 2. 15.
John really capitalising on a couple of shorter serves.
30-15.
Just taking the front foot here.
Change of shot there. I think it's a good choice.
So it looks like John slightly got a hold of this. He'll want to finish this game, and then he's got a nice foothold in that 3-game advantage.
Yeah, again, it's that first couple of games, isn't it, really? They just built that quick advantage, and our Dazzers don't really get a second chance in this format.
30-15 to the Forces.
Big game for Darren.
First chase is 1 and 2.
1 and 2 though.
That's good serve from John.
Yeah, it's clever, isn't it?
I don't know about you, but I find it a lot harder to force the ball travelling towards you. It seems to always lift up a little bit more than you want it to.
Off the floor, so hard to control, isn't it? I think that's something John's probably clearly looked at before coming into playing Darren, because he's implemented that straight away.
That's a lovely Freddie Bristol-esque ball. Little backhand main ball.
He's back in.
He is.
Oh, it's on for again, 2 in a row.
Receiver's advantage.
It's an important game, this one. I think if Darren can get a game here, he'll be feeling a bit more comfortable.
Serves advantage.
Just found the floor before the backboard on that one.
Down, place better than 2.
Can see the crowd getting a little bit more excited for this game. That's one thing that's special about this tournament, the team event, is something we don't really get to do. And hearing all the players getting behind, it's just great fun, great for the crowd, great for the players involved.
Hopefully more engaging for you at home.
Absolutely.
Advantage to the Forces.
Do put in the chat whoever you
better
are
than 2.
supporting this week. Hopefully quite a few of you supporting the Matthews Mavericks, but
oh, that's a great shot. Sneaks it in, bottom right corner.
Forces, 4 games to 1.
Massive.
John apologising as he hits the ball directly at a cameraman.
place. The cameraman was expecting that return. Straight in winning gallery.
Better than 2.
It's come down the back of the ball a lot on that shot, John. Bring it to good length. You'll be happy with.
Love.
There you go, the cameraman. Getting a feature on the stream.
15-30. All.
Yeah, some great pickups. Good boasts.
Boasting their way out of trouble. Any opportunity. But the Slayers are 40-30 up.
Wonder how this one's going to go.
40-30
chase,
to the
wasn't it?
Slayers. Chase is better than 2.
Yeah, better than 2. Can Darren put some pressure on John here?
Opted for the floor.
Lost it, so better than 4. Juice. Go.
Couldn't quite get there that time. First dig was brilliant.
Juice, 1 check. Go.
Finish that one.
Yeah, good pressure there from John, forcing down into making quite a few good gets, but just too much on that second last ball from John, freeing up that grill. John now has a point for a 5-1 lead.
Advantage to the forces.
Definitely like.
Better than the second gallon.
Better than second, the chase to beat.
Yeah, it's been impressive from the forces so far. That's a brilliant shot.
Good pace there. Not too much, just getting that position.
5 games to 1.
Over halfway there now. It's great control off that volley.
15 left.
Double-handed
Easy
backhand
ball.
volley.
Only the best do it.
Exactly.
15 all.
Bit of frustration on show from John.
Better than last gallop.
Yeah, John's definitely the one that's looking more wide in, isn't he?
Yeah, he's looking really focused here.
John's a very big advocate for a nice long warm-up as well, which I think is going to suit this game format, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it definitely will. Saw Darren hitting a few girls before the game, so he clearly went for a little bit of one, but no, didn't see much from either because we're on court taking a couple of photos.
Yeah, slightly interrupted.
Score is 15 all. First chase is the second gallop.
A little bit of a cheap area there, but
Chase better than the last gallop.
Yeah, that's a good ball there from Darren. Just getting enough cut on it
40-15.
to cause trouble. Brings up a couple game points.
Saves a yard worse than last gallop.
half volley force. Did very well to control that one.
Yeah, kept it low, sadly. Probably half a centimetre just to the left as Darren views it.
Now
40-15
67%
for the
services
players.
one for
Chases a yard worse than last
Woods
gallop.
Casey, only to 37 for Darren. Kind of shows the difference so far.
The game for the Slayers, 2 games to 5.
There we go, a couple goals in a row.
15 luck.
Can hear a bit of support there for the Slayers.
It's great width from Darren there on the railroad.
Yeah, perfect.
30 luck.
Got to practice those.
Oh, that's unlucky. Little momentum switch here in Darren's favour. Crowd getting behind him.
Let us know where you're watching from in the chat and again who you're supporting.
Worse than 3. Whoa.
Good variation there from John, just putting down under a little bit of pressure to bring it to 30 all.
Oh, what a
Max,
serve.
cracking serve.
40-30, you want.
Not much you can do about that one.
Out of the Chris Ronaldson book, the 1.5 bounces on the penthouse. Just get that second one right on the edge. Perfect, into the neck.
Unretrievable, that one.
So Chase worse than 3 here to beat. How do you see Darren approaching this? Do you think he's just going to try and rip down the back of the ball? Or do you think he might
Chase worse than 3.
Yeah, I think he's
force it?
depends on the serve, but I think he's going to opt for the floor on this one. Ball seems to be coming down nicely. Oh no. It's a great width from Woods Casey there. For the players. Just getting their nutrition in for the evening fixture.
It's the Henchmen.
Shenkman, Henchmen.
Clearly looking really nervous.
Absolutely.
Serves advantage.
Good night, Sammy. Sleep well.
What a shot.
Huge fist bump.
Game to the Forces, 6 games to 2.
Just a
15
little
left.
tape there to help it on its way.
6-2 in games, but for those who were unaware, set to 9 this.
Chase worse than 5.
It's a good point, Sammy. I forgot your religious allegiance. What a get there.
30 left.
Lots of cut there from John. He's got really good technique on that backhand. But
Yes,
great
very
get from Darren.
satisfying backhand. It's a great shot.
40 love, 1 to
Darren going a little bit more route 1 on this one. Dead on, but John Woods Casey sweeping up, finding targets himself. 3 game points for 7-2.
Darren looking to change things up a bit, changing the frame. Hopefully that can bring him a bit of momentum. We'll see.
Any predictions for MVP this year?
40 love
Great
to the
question.
That's a great
Forces.
question.
Chase worse than
Give us
5.
2 seconds. We'll have to think about that one.
Hold. Game to the
I'd say,
Forces, 7 games
as
to
John
2.
goes 7 games to 2 up, I'd say Nino. I
You
back
going
him.
Nino?
MVP last year. And
Whoa.
highly credited on the View from the Hazards podcast. Give it a watch if you haven't already.
Yeah, shout out to you from the Hazards. I do think John Woods Casey could be quite good value.
Yeah, great race.
Gets it done.
15 left.
I think you're there, Vaughan. You've got to be considered. Last year you came second, didn't you?
I was second in MVP last year, yeah. Nino just tipped me on game difference, I
The
believe.
last gallery.
Yeah, so hard to call, isn't it? It's a great shot. Yeah, you've got to think for the MVP. There's going to be some players which are going to win all 3, right?
Yeah, but I
There's
think
going to be multiple, so it does often I imagine going to go down to game difference most years.
Is the final taken into consideration for it?
I don't think it is, no. No.
So yeah,
So
all to
yeah,
play
that's-
for. And considering we're all in pots, so should be
You've gotta
fairly even.
Yeah, you've got to be looking at someone who's clear favourites for
40 love to
getting
the
that good game
Slayers,
difference. I mean,
faces
Woods
the
Casey's
last
not-
gallery.
I mean, he's helping himself out here. Yeah, Slammers, let us know
Game
your
to the
your
Slayers,
MVP prediction
3
this year.
games to 7.
I think there are 2 correct answers.
Yeah, remember who's on comms.
You're welcome. Lovely ball from John there.
Some great volume from defensive
15
from John
love.
as well.
It's got the exemplar backhand technique, I'd say.
He has, absolutely. Representing the wrong team though. That's a clever ball, yeah. Kind of feels Darren on his way.
Bertie
and just
Vallat.
wraps it around him.
Love.
Yeah, sadly Ollie cannot join us this
15,
year.
40.
Wrong hemisphere again.
It's a great volley.
That is
Just
lovely.
can't
Game
think
to
of a
the
single
quarters,
error that
8
John's made on
games
those
to
volleys.
3.
Which I think Darren is kind of relying on a little bit at this point. Just stayed in under the green line.
Average chase 2.
See there, John's got
No stroke.
the support of Rob Fahey and Craig Greenhouse.
Love.
Darren's got his work cut out.
Okay.
The door. 2 chases.
Great
Chaser.
retrieval from Darren.
Yeah, and a good decision just when you're on the back foot. Slotting into a gallery is never a bad option.
Yeah, it just gets you out of that. He's just not going to win the rally in that situation, was he? So, best options, just take that gallery.
Few too many, I'd say, going on the penthouse at the moment from him, but hopefully
From that shot, yeah.
got a little
15
bit of
love
time
to the
left.
forces.
Get his
First
head
chase
over the
is
ball,
Hazard.
keep it a bit low. Maybe we can see a swing in the tail. It's a great
What
tickle
a shot that
boast.
was.
30
Slip
love.
it off the
Chases
line.
the door.
Flirting with every gallery, that one.
Love.
Here we go. Match points.
Oh.
That is the match.
And the match, John doesn't even know he's won it.
9 games to 3.
That is 9 games to 3. The Fahey forces are looking formidable.
It's a very strong
start
start.
with in this first match. I believe the stream is staying on. It's just going to continue rolling. Next on we have Fahey
and Bryn
versus
Sayers.
Bryn Sayers. So that looks
Home
to be
pro.
a fantastic match. Yeah, Bryn obviously home pro, but recently out of injury. So yeah, exciting to see how Bryn gets on against Rob.
I think
Hope you enjoyed.
Yeah.
We'll leave you guys to get a cup of tea or grab yourself a beer. And
Well,
we'll
I'm
be back
on all games, so I'll be back with you just a
very
few minutes.
shortly.
Joined by I think Lewis Williams on the comms. And are you going to go and mark this next one?
I'm not marking the next
Not
one.
marking the next one, so that would be BTM.
BTM
But
on the marking box. Enjoy.
yeah.
Yeah, it didn't sound good. Yeah, it looked like a really good shot was really good. Then coming out and yeah, it definitely does. Seeing me, the stress doesn't calm me down. Do you know what I mean? I need to ignore that. Yeah. With everything going on, you could have gone either way. You can't go in at 2 rounds, 3 rounds, 4 3. Thank you. She's happy that 3 years ago.
guys. Got it, horses. Number 1 string singles. The match currently stands at 1 love to the forces. One set to 9, forces to serve. 15 love.
Well, good afternoon everybody. Here we are at the FLM Super League. I'm here with Mr. Henman.
Hello Lewis, back again for the second time in a row.
Watching Rob Fahey versus Bryn Sayers, the team captains battling it off in some singles. In this quick-fire first to 9 game format. Already some quite exciting stuff. What do you make of this one, Henry? What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I think it should be a good game. I mean, Bryn's the home pro, and well, Rob's Rob. But I think, yeah, on the back of that US Open performance, I think Rob's probably the favourite for this one.
Yeah, I think this is Bryn's return to tournament play after, I believe, was it a full new hip he's had?
I think so, yeah.
Certainly some hip injury of some sorts at least. So his first time back, so it'll be interesting to see how he plays. But he's moving quite well thus far. It's good to see.
Yeah, really good to see him back. It's a great first get there by Bryn, but sadly not enough in the second.
It's a pretty good shot from Rob.
That's a good ball.
There's been some quite bright shoes on show so far today. We've seen 2 hot pink, 1 mustard yellow, and Rob with some classic whites.
What are you playing in today?
Mine are pretty white, yeah, fairly neutral. Why, have you got some disgusting coloured shoes as well?
I've just got blue.
Okay, nothing too
Like a
controversial.
dark, sensible blue.
Oh, Rob read it well. Sayers throwing this classic serve you see in it. That one there was a pretty good one for a start.
And if you're the home pro, then you should have it locked in.
Yeah, almost possibly a little bit short. But when I think of Sayers at his best, I think he's always hitting that serve really nicely, keeping it tight.
Yeah, definitely.
It's giving Rob a bit of trouble though, isn't he? A few things to think about.
Yeah, it's good to see a bit of variation on the serve. Just not quite letting Rob settle.
15-30.
What did you make of the first match today in this heat between Forces and Slayers?
Yeah, I thought it was a good game. I think John came off the blocks very quickly and was a bit back and forth to start, but then got a bit more steady, and both players played it out. Nice game.
Yeah, it was
But John,
some good tennis in there, I thought.
Yeah,
John played very well. Darren's struggling to find his targets as well as he normally does, I thought, and John defending a decent number as well, which
Yeah, I
put a
thought-
bit more pressure on Darren.
yeah, I thought John's volley looked really solid.
Yeah, I thought he played well. It was a strange first couple of games because I felt like John won every point for two games straight, and then Darren won every point for nearly 2 games straight.
Yeah, yeah.
It was quite odd, but
It's very back and forth, but that was a good
interesting
game.
stuff.
Good,
So
good way to start off the.
yeah, so the Forces with a 1-0 lead in this tie so far.
Yeah, exactly.
Can team captain Rob make it 2-0?
Force 30, Hazard, second gallery.
It's a pretty good drag.
Really nice drag.
Game Forces, 2 games to love.
2 love to the Forces there.
It's nice ball there.
Sayers, yeah, still got it.
Again.
Not
like
Rob's best serves there. 2
like a
slightly
bit of-
long serve, punished very well by Bryn.
Looked like a bit of foul on that ball from Bryn. Just kicked up a little bit.
Go on then, Henry. Tell the listeners what foul cut is. Explain that to them.
Just wait for the end of this point. So foul is if there's excessive cut on that ball.
Okay.
When it bounces on the floor, it can often kick up pretty unpredictably.
Okay.
So yeah, it was interesting to see that. It could always get a bit confused with a slightly lumpy ball, but
Okay.
it looked like it was foul there for Bryn. Lots of cut on that ball.
Yeah. Here you go. Well, Rob looking at times a little bit unhappy with his racket there. Does he think he might have a little split in there or something? He keeps looking at it and bending it and all sorts going on.
Yeah, he was looking at it a bit in the knock-up. But I mean, I'm sure he's... There you go. Oh, I thought he was changing his racket there. Just getting a sip of water.
Well, he's
Yeah,
still
he's
doing
got-
some quite impressive things with it, so I'm sure it's just
Yeah.
fine.
But,
30-15 to the Slayers.
give him a frying pan and I think he'd give it a good go. Better than 2 to beat here. Will Rob
Cup
live
volley,
up
do
to
you
his,
think?
might live up to his team's name? We'll see.
Better than 2. Gone for the cup volley instead.
40-15, worse than the last gallery.
Ooh. That feels harsh.
It's great lead work.
Feels harsh, that.
Players, 1 game to 2.
Sayers' first game on the board in many months. Has been out with injury. Oh wow.
Worse than the second gallery.
Slightly unlucky there. Oh,
Good ball.
into the winning gallery there.
15 love.
Lovely ball from Bryn.
Can hear some good support there in the denim. Sounds like Darren. Could be wrong.
Yeah, definitely a bit of noise, isn't there? Love it. Good
Yeah,
support
exactly.
for this one. Hoping for much more of the same as we head into the evening session when we're
Yeah,
both in
it's-
action.
Yeah. And if you're near Queen's Club today or any time during the next few days, free ticket to this event as well.
Yeah, swing on by. As good as Ben Gaten Big Streaming is, watching it live has got to be even better.
Definitely.
So,
The sounds, the feel of it.
mate, so and Queens, what a great venue, what a great place to come and chat with the FLM guys, see if they can do anything for you, and come check it out live in the flesh. So just remind people, so it's 2 p.m. till 5 p.m. and 6 p.m. till 9 p.m.
Yeah, the
Tuesday
Tuesday.
through Thursday, and then the finals Friday from 5:30 p.m.
Yeah, exactly.
nicely width again from Sayers, putting Rob under a bit of pressure in that corner.
Hazard, second gallery.
Rob going for another drag here.
Yeah, he's abandoned the road. He maybe thinks it's not cutting in enough, possibly. Oh. Then again, maybe not. On stage. Wow, on stage there it is. It's proved me wrong twice in one serve. That's a pretty impressive serve, that wasn't it?
Especially for a second serve. Yeah. Takes a lot of bravery.
Shot from Rob, good put away.
That ball almost joined us up here.
Yeah, it did for a moment, didn't it? I
had
was
the hands
conscious.
ready.
40-30 you lead.
I was ready to just push you in the way of it. Self-defence. It's a big shot he went for there.
It's a nice looking one though.
It did look good.
Reverse grip.
You're slightly out of practice. That's one of the first things that's got to go, I would have thought. A shot quite as impressive as that. Solid serve from Rob there, putting Bryn under a bit of pressure to do something special. Rob's pulled away to a 3-1 lead. Oh, it's a great recovery from Sayers. What a great rally.
15 all.
Good hold from Sayers there. Played the last 2 or 3 into that backhand corner. Rob's gone there, and Sayers has just switched it from the other way. Tampa looks like it's going quite deep today. Maybe just, I've marked the first one and obviously commentating this one, but I don't know whether it's just because I'm seeing it from a different angle. But it looks to me like it's hitting that Tampa going quite deep in the corner.
And I'm sure we'll find out later that, yeah, I mean that could definitely be the case.
I mean, we definitely will. I wouldn't mind finding it a bit before then, though, if we can.
It's a great point. I mean, I've got doubles, so hopefully I'll just be standing in front of the Tampa.
You'll be in front of it. It won't hit the Tampa.
Letting Vaughan just run around the back and do the hard work.
Yeah, it should be an exciting little partnership, that one.
I'm looking forward to
seeing the Mavericks do well there.
30-15 forces. Go, Brent. Half a yard worse than the last gallery. Half a yard worse than the last gallery.
Yeah, that's a good goal.
Really good ball.
Ripped it down.
40-15, better than 6.
Great getting Bryn that first one. Wow.
I think he's played a really good point there. I think it's quite a bit of risk going for the bobble, defending a floor chase in case it's a bit short for the cut volley, but he got a good bit of depth on it. Really paid off.
That's a great serve. Some good shots there, bit unlucky at the end.
4 games to 1.
4-1 to the forces. It feels like Bryn's been in this.
Yeah, I think it's. I'm not quite sure if it reflects the game scores, how it's actually been going. It's certainly been a good watch so far.
Half a yard.
Assertive marking from Tony Matthews there. That one was down. Better than two. Two chases to start this game off.
So how do you see Bryn working his way back into this? I know he's against Rob, so it's a tough ask to get a response to that question. But
Yeah, I mean, I think as we said, Bryn's not played much tennis competitively for quite a while now. He's coming back from an injury. It's been a little while, so hopefully he's sort of easing his way into it and will be growing in confidence and not sure he necessarily needs to change much other than just making his shot at sort of 10-20% more as he gets over the sort of rustiness, but sort of lack of match practice. All of a sudden they start going in.
yeah,
Next thing you know, got a proper game in our hands. Lovely width again.
30 love.
Slightly long that road. Bryn leading for hazard. Oh wow!
there we go.
That looked like some pretty decent serves, didn't it? And next thing you know,
Yeah.
lovely width in the day long.
That's great pace on that ball. We had a really good view of it from up here, but millimetres from the end of Rob's racket.
Yeah, he sort of saw it, and he felt like he saw it a bit late. Bryn held it well, tried his best to get there, but just out of reach.
Has a chase better than half a yard.
Great volley from Sayers, wow.
That's a really
Fantastic
good ball.
shot.
Games players, 2 games 4.
Great volley. Good marriage, back it up. Rob held that so well. I couldn't quite tell where he was going to go. It sort of kept delaying it.
That's what practice does.
Yeah. There you go. It's outrageous.
It's the retrieval off that.
Two
volley.
fantastic gets.
Yeah.
And then that to finish that point. Wow. Great shot there, look at the width on it.
Just saw Bryn going towards that forehand corner. Just placed it enough.
Placed it back behind him, didn't he?
That's great serve as well.
Great serve. Good disguise again. A lot of disguise from these two today. Both sort of holding the ball late, waiting for the other guy to start making a move.
Yeah, it's been really good tennis so far. I mean, neither of them really spanking the ball around too much. They're just playing kind of composed shots into corners, and seems to be enough to win points.
Yeah, so I wonder if that's part of that. We're probably seeing fewer railroads than maybe we normally would, partly because the balls are newer, the court's it's not kicking back that much, so then maybe that leads to less rallies that we're seeing big forces.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see if that changes during the week as the balls wear in a bit.
Yeah.
40-15, worse than a yard.
A tough chase.
so better than 2.
Ooh, well left by Rob there.
Game forces. 5 games to 2.
5-2 to the Forces in this first to 9 battle. Lovely width again. Pretty good stuff from Sayers there. They're lucky to come out the wrong end of that point. Losing control of that one, hitting a little bit too far. Tough bounce, right? It's bounced behind him. He's seen it. Don't want to get it. Never mind, got it in the grill.
Managed to just get his wrist to snap late enough.
One there, looked like it was going to rip down and it went up. It's better than 3. Good pick up. Oh yeah. And again, bit of disguise, right? Look like he's going down the line. He's got that little sort of main wall force that he hits like off that lefty backhand thing. Whatever that is, right-handed backhand, two-handed backhand, left takes over. Some weirdness. Whatever that thing is, he managed to slot main walls off it at like quite a slow pace, but like finds it nicely.
Yeah.
But in that case, Rob looked like he was looking for that shot off Bryn, and then Bryn slots it in the corner to set a very good chase.
30 love to the Forces. First chase is better than 3.
As well.
15-30, worse than a yard.
It's a good serve though, just reaching that wall. Yeah, it's tough to force.
I mean, it takes a lot to restrict a Rob Fahey force, but Bryn's done well there.
Again. Just missing the line. A bit disappointed with that one. Forcing an arrow with the Rob Fahey. I don't quite know what that was. It wasn't quite a cut volley, but it was an attacking ball down the line.
Yeah, just a bit of variation. I think Bryn might have been expecting a cut volley or something cut into the corner, but Rob's done well to offset him a little bit there.
How are we looking in the comments, Mr. Henman? Is there much going on over there?
Chris Ailey, crediting your analysis.
Forces lead, 40-30, chase 1 and 2.
Appreciate that. Sammy Leg making a lot of noise here.
Despite the time, not sure what time it is in Australia, but
I'm sure Sammy will find a way to start the conversation whatever time.
What's it? Team Forces.
Chasing the hazard, talking about the JWC performance, it was very impressive, there's no doubt about it. Chris Ailey tuning in, I hope he's working at the same time. Who did you have as favourite in that previous match? Woods, Casey and Darren?
I think both Vaughan and I were leaning on Woods, Casey.
Were you? Did you say that just at the end? Or once you won, or was it when you was 3 love after? What?
I mean, I said it before. I thought it would be a 9-6 win, something close, but
Yeah.
not quite the the power that John showed there. But Ben Gatenbeek, stat man, credit to him, he predicted a 9-3 win.
Did he really?
He did.
Predicted 9-3 Woods
He
Casey?
did tell us after the match, but I trust him.
Okay, well that's always convenient, isn't it?
Go players.
Yeah.
No stroke. First chase is
Sure, he'll tell us the lottery numbers after they've been drawn as well. Here we go then. Can Sayers get back into this one? Good serve.
Love. Love takes 5.
It's only half midnight in Hobart, so nice of you Sammy to join us.
I guess if you work in a bar, you get quite accustomed to those sorts of hours. Must be closing time, Sammy Leg. Bit wayward that force there from Rob. Setting a chase nonetheless.
That's an effective ball. I mean, I'm not sure whether Rob was going for that dead on or below, but either way I think he'll be happy with that chase.
Yeah, I think as long as you're missing a low, you're not too upset, right? If you're hitting below the dead on, it's typically running out for a chase. Tough for you, certainly a straight force. Tough for your opponent to kind of go and get that ball from last gallery-ish, second gallery-ish at that speed. Yeah, I think the big thing is avoid missing high, right? You just don't want to hit the penthouse.
Yeah, exactly, especially against these two. I mean, Bryn's got, I think on his backhand, Bryn's got the most ridiculous put away. It's an almost cut volley-like action.
Sayers has done well there, utilising all of the court.
Better than second gallery.
Despite the brevity of it, I thought that was quite a good rally. Rest.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. Something a bit different. I think Sayers' style shows us a few things you don't see too much in some of the other players. He does some slightly unusual, some sort of quirks to his game. It's not just the backhand, the two-handed backhand, but he plays some sort of left-handed shots defensively. He's not a huge forcer, so you see quite some interesting rallies on the floor when you watch Bryn play. Oh, that's great effort from Rob. I thought he had it.
Nearly cracked over. 40-30 to Bryn here. He'll be needing this game to get back in it a bit.
Yeah, I think every game counts in a big way now for Bryn.
Yeah, some great serve. That. Great serve from Rob. I thought put Bryn under a lot of pressure.
Pretty good, right? I mean, right in the corner there. Big time for it as well. Oh, wow. Ridiculous.
That's the Rob Foe we know and love.
Bouncing on the ledge of winning gallery on its way through. Aiming straight for the cameraman, Tim Edwards. That was best read there.
I really love having the I mean, I'm yet to kind of experience it myself, but just being up here, listening to kind of the team behind everyone. I think that's really nice about this Super League.
Yeah, it makes it pretty interesting, doesn't it? And straightened up.
5 and 6, deuce.
From up here we can't see the Dillon, but for not 1 minute did I think I was going in it.
Exactly, I'm with you. I think what looks so good about these forces is that they're not like at rocket pace. He's sort of hitting that like 75-80% pace and just getting perfect width on it every single time, it seems. Seeing that rally, put one that Rob's backhand volley and he struggled, which opened up another opportunity for Bryn. I think he's getting a lot of good points from this force.
5 and 6.
Okay, then 5 and 6 to beat. Afraid not. 3-6. He did that one, didn't he? I think 7-2. It starts to feel insurmountable. But 3-6 is, in first to 9. That feels like a couple of good games. He could be right back in this. I'm sure Rob will be keen to do everything he can to stop that from happening.
Straight into the last gallery. I think having a long one-set match is quite interesting because you often get, especially in your opens, you get quite one-sided sets followed by the other person winning a one-sided set.
That's true. Yeah, it's not uncommon you sort of see like a 6-3, 4-6 or something like that.
But there is no change to the momentum if it's all just in one.
15 love.
Yeah, so I guess we might see instances where one player runs away with it, or we might just see maybe that's roughly how long it takes to sort of get a feel for certain things or get used to a change of serve or something you've not seen before, and all of a sudden next thing you know, instead of being a set down, you might be 6-3 down, but if you can start to get a feel for it over the next couple of games, we'll see what Sayers does here, because this is a good example.
Yeah, exactly, and I think it's going to be interesting the doubles as well. I think you tend to see, I'd argue, maybe 50% of whenever someone spins, you'll pick to return a doubles, I reckon.
Yeah.
And I think that will happen a lot more frequently in this longer set because you don't get that option. You don't get the opportunity to swap who's serving to who.
Yes. Yeah, that's a good point. That's an interesting one. You've got some doubles later, so you can have a little think about that.
Yeah, got a few hours to decide whether I want lower score than force and down my throat.
I think that is a given. It's just whether or not you're serving to it. Pretty wild rally, that one. All things happening.
Hazard, better than a yard.
Will we see another drag? Hope so, they look quite good so far.
I think after the success of that on the railroad, we might see some more railroads.
I mean, yeah, if you can serve that every time, then
Pretty impressive, that one.
on a hazard.
13-15.
That's hit pretty high up the back wall, but it stayed so tight. Good shot from Bryn that.
Yeah, I think that's a good decision. You know, he had the galleries pretty open. You'd rather that than leave a hazard.
Yep, I think. Quite an interesting question, that one, whether to leave hazards or not. But I think in that instance, he felt comfortable hitting a gallery. That seems a sensible choice.
I think it also, personally, I mean, I'm sure people will disagree with it, but I think if I'm comfortable with the court I'm playing on, I'm more likely to go for a gallery as opposed to leaving a hazard.
Yeah, if you're settled and you feel comfortable, you're right. If you're feeling good and you know what you're doing, and you know, maybe early on in the match when it's a bit tentative and nervy, I'll be more inclined to leave it. Whereas if I'm, you know, certainly if I'm winning and feeling good and confident, and I just feel like I can just hit that with ease, then
I'd
be more likely to take it. I think it varies, that one, for different handicap levels. So I was asked this the other day, actually. You know, are you better off leaving a chase? It was a beginner that asked me, am I better off leaving a hazard chase or playing it? And I kind of said it's quite common at higher handicap levels that you'll be better off leaving those, just because the serve's so important. People struggle to return as a new player in real tennis. You're going to struggle to return the serve back consistently well. Whereas the better you get, hazards become less valuable.
Yeah, and I think especially in doubles as well. That service end is so valuable.
Yeah, because you're not able to find a chase through the galleries or the corner quite as easily. It's a pretty risky second serve, but you nailed it. Great defence from Sayers there, a bit unlucky at the end.
Had a bit of support for the Slayers in the comments. Let's keep those comments coming in. Let us know who you're supporting.
Who's Team Slayers then? Tell me.
I'll turn my phone off now. That's good ball from Ben, and my phone has unfortunately ran out of battery.
Wow.
The worst time. I'm sure you at home will all know.
I'll have to check it myself in a bit. But keep your support coming, people. Let us know who you want to win. Last year it was the Mavericks. We're both keen for that again, as we're now part of Team Mavericks.
I think it was the Henchmen last year.
Oh, sorry, you're right. It was the Henchmen last year. Well, we don't want that, because we're playing them later.
Yeah. I'm going to forward this question to you. We were answering this in the last match.
Okay.
Who do you have your eyes on for the MVP this year?
Ooh.
It's a tough one, because we're all in pots, so it's like pretty even.
It's tough to say, isn't it?
Forces takes more than a yard worse than the last.
Who do I fancy as the MVP this year? Let me think on that.
Let's take it back to Juice.
One ball.
I'll answer that one at the next change of ends. I've got a name has popped into my head. A bit central.
Here we go. Change of ends straight away.
So for me, it's tough. I'm trying to think through all the pots in my mind, and I guess the first person that I thought of that I know has been hitting quite well recently, has impressed me a bit in the past, and I'm keen to support him because he's on our team. I think Vaughan Hamilton has got a shot. I think he could do some good things. It's so hard to say because in any given match anyone could do something particularly good. But I think Vaughan's been playing well. I think he's arguably the best in his pot on paper.
I think
He was first. He was Ben's first pick, wasn't he? So I think he was one of the first picks.
I think he didn't lose a game last year, if I remember correctly.
I think you're
Second
right,
in the MVP.
I think you're right. So he's got a bit of previous for doing well on the court.
Yeah, I mean,
and in this format.
And hopefully today, Lewis, you're going to stop Nino from getting an MVP.
Oh, I should be trying my best, that's for sure.
Two chases here as Rob gets the serves in, 7-3 up. And I think we can't see the stream, but I'm just looking over Ben's shoulder and I can see Nino there.
Supporting well.
3 and 4. Oswald. 3 and 4.
That's a good shot.
That's good ball.
15 love, better than 2.
Who did you say for the MVP question then, Henry?
I don't think you're going to like my answer, Lewis.
That's presumably someone in my pot then. Go on.
I said Nino.
Nino again?
Well, he was highly credited. That's that screenshot from Rob. He was highly credited on the Youth and the Hazards podcast, which I've already plugged. And yeah, he's my head pro. So
fair enough.
But I mean, I'd like you to obviously stop him from doing that later.
Well, like I say, I should certainly try my best.
I will be supporting you.
Good. Yeah. Well, it sounds like deep down you don't want that to be the case, but. Right, Jay.
I'm competitive. I want to win.
It's tough to pick someone, I think. Great get. There's that left-handed defensive shot I was talking about.
That was so
it's just
good.
classic Sayers. That
you can hear from the crowd as well.
It's just not something you see very often, is it? It's pretty rare.
It's a good volley, but also that get in the forehand corner was just lying.
Fantastic get. Some good stuff here from Sayers. Who did Vaughan pick?
Vaughan, I think Vaughan went for Nino as well.
Did he? Wow. Wow. Playing it safe with last year's MVP.
It's good ball.
Well, I don't know if after Mr. Wood's Casey's performance today, maybe people will start to doubt that. He was on fire, I thought.
Yeah, I mean, he looked really solid. His backhand always, that's what stands out for me. He just looks so solid and clean.
Yep.
But I mean, we'll see. That pot wide open, I think. See what you can do this.
Well, we'll see, won't we? We shall see. Time will tell. But yeah, no, I've had some good battles with Wood Casey in the past. So I don't think I've ever played a long set though. So that would be a first for us.
So you playing singles against him and then?
That's true. Actually, I've got doubles against him anyway. So
doubles.
Yeah, so I've got doubles tomorrow with Ben versus Rob and John.
Cool.
So that'll be quite an interesting match.
That'll be a good game.
Putting up some pairs you don't always see. Should be good. That's a lovely shot from Rob. Ripping it down into the back end corner. 8-3 to the Forces. Sayers needing something special here. Took it from there. A bold leave as he was leaving that. But made it look quite easy in the end. shot from Sayers there.
He's going to need a few more of those if he wants to claw his way back into this one.
Lovely shot.
Just looks so good. Almost a reverse cut volley.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive, that one. That's a fantastic force, isn't it? It's in the name, Fahey's forces.
Exactly.
Oh my days.
Rob Fahey.
That is outrageous shot. Get that one on RT Flair, I think. Wow. Absolutely unbelievable. Dead on off the timbre.
Top spin
Top
volley.
spin roll.
That's what he does, isn't it?
Incredible.
Expect nothing less.
I'm sure it's really out of the textbook, that one, but it's. If you can do it, why not? Comes a stage, I guess it's just instinct. Like that's just. I wonder what he was aiming for. I wonder what he was thinking. Like,
I mean, I think
just
he
in
was.
that vicinity.
I think he's going for it.
You think he's going dead on there?
So I spoke to Rob the other day, and he's told me which is quite a fun thing to hear, especially given that we've got the RT Flair going on. He's told me he's practiced tons and tons of shots he's never actually used in a match.
Wow. Okay.
And I mean, we've seen tons of him doing spinning defensive volleys and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'd like to ask if he actually practices those.
Match point here then for the forces. Good serve. Oh, so a great
time.
time. Sayers.
Not time for it as well. It's the width on that force yet again, catching Rob out. That's close to being a really, really good serve.
Yep, very nearly, very good. But not quite. Bobble looked quite tasty there as well, didn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I think of all the people playing here this week, I think Rob's probably had the most practice, especially on these serves.
On this court, yeah. I would say is obviously
That's a good point, yeah.
here pretty regularly, working here. But yeah, competitive play. Then yeah, I think there's no doubt Rob's plays the most competitive hours on this court, I would say. If you think back to his World Championships here against Camden in, what was that one, 2018?
2018, yeah.
It was an unbelievable performance.
God, yeah, I remember that. I got picked up from school by Chris Ronaldson to come watch it.
Oh, really? Yeah, that was a crazy match, that one.
Yeah, that was my first proper experience of live tennis as well.
Was it really?
What
That is
match for it.
Doesn't get much better than that, I don't think.
Exactly.
A little bit fortunate for Rob there, clipping that tape on the way through.
It's another match point, worse than 6 to beat.
That's good.
That's
a lovely
disguise
hold.
on it.
Great shot from Rob there to disguise that one and get the win as the captain, and wins the match. It's just now damage limitation for Sayers Slayers.
Exactly.
Can they get any points in the dubs? Well, stay tuned. That one's going to be coming any minute now. And I think I'm off commentary for the next one.
I think you've got a complete rest.
Very good.
I'm back on again.
You're back on again?
Yeah, consistency is good.
Very good. Well, enjoy.
It's been a pleasure.
Have lots of fun.
Good stuff. Hope you've enjoyed it at home.
We'll see you a bit later.
Outrageous lefty.
Yeah, sorry, one in there.
You're going to get out of it. Ooh. Was that your first run out, Bruce?
Yeah.
How'd it feel?
Not kind of
Just different, isn't it? Yeah. It's kind of crazy thing, that's crazy.
yeah.
It's only you tell us that they all gone back then running around and conquering what? That's in that recovery book. Are you well?
It's just amazing.
I think we're going to
No, the balls did something weird, and then I had no flip. I went in with and I didn't see it move normally out. No, God, it's weird, it's going to happen this way. Come and see my cupcakes. I like it, yeah. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Ben Taylor-Matthews here, joined with fellow Maverick Henry Henman for this doubles where the Slayers are already in need of a win. Ooh, heads up. The beauty about this Super League event is you get some pretty makeshift doubles pairings. I've already heard Claire and Craig for the Forces at this end discussing what they're going to do halfway through the knock-up, so that's good to hear that they're prepped.
Yeah, and nice to see all Queen's duet at the receivers end currently of Neil and Bertie.
So the Forces are currently 2-0 up.
Yeah, through 2 9-3 wins. John Woods Casey beating Darren Long in the early match at 2 o'clock, and then Rob beating Bryn in that second one.
Yeah, Bryn's grand return to the court, having had major hip surgery in November, so good to see him back out there. Moved around a lot better than I was led to believe by my best mate that he would. So he's kept that under wraps. He looked like he was moving, by and large, pretty well.
Yeah, I thought he did well. I thought both of them utilised a lot of disguise in their shots, maybe because knowing that the others probably didn't intend on doing that much movement. But
yeah,
I mean, Lewis was really, he was in awe of a lot of the disguise that was being used, and I think it was used to good effect.
So this will be an interesting one, because I was just chatting to my fellow commentator a second ago about doubles style normally being a bit more heavy-handed, a bit more aggressive, and we were just discussing the foursome that we had on court here, and it couldn't be a more pleasant four ball in terms of controlled line and length tennis. So we're interested to see who's going to step up and try and kind of dominate this one. I suspect, Henry, that the Slayers team will probably put Bertie at the back full time. with Neil, who dropped into pot 4 this year. He was first pick in the draft, so a bit of pressure on him, the number 1 guy. I think mainly because he dropped from pot 2 to pot 4 this year, so he's definitely strong as a number 4. He'll probably be looking to make things happen up at the net, with Bertie sweeping around at the back. And for the forces, who knows?
Yeah,
both
who
back?
knows? I think Craig,
side by side? I've got no idea.
Craig might go up, but I think they might also go server up. I think
that's
Claire's
not a bad
really
shout.
solid, so I think they'll be happy to have her at the back.
Well, I think they're both reliable on the floor and both solid. I mean, there's every case to be made that they just play side by side
Yeah.
and just kind of concede the galleries.
That's true.
Let's
But, I
find out
mean,
they're serving.
well, their captain is, quite experienced, so he might have given them a couple words of wisdom, but
Yeah, Rob will probably tell them to both try and dominate. So it looks like Craig's going to be up for this.
Mackenzie. 1 set to 9 on level, good luck.
Here we
Claire
go.
to serve to Bertie, and because it's just one long set, it's going to be the case all match.
Yes. Yeah, I didn't put a clause in for a swap. So it's a very big decision at the start of this doubles match.
Well, if Vaughan and I, God forbid, see ourselves losing, maybe you can put that clause in.
Yes, that's fair. Get it in for tomorrow.
Yeah. Or during the match.
That's a good shot.
Yeah, Bertie looking good on that volley.
Yeah,
can't
very
he?
solid from Bertie so far.
Very fluorescent shoes to match the current theme of the tournament.
There has been an aggressive shoe game so far, hasn't there? We've
There
had
has.
bright yellow versus bright pink. We've had a fairly mundane but smart white from Rob against the fluorescent pink. Bertie continuing the aggressive shoe game. Craig.
And that is game.
Quick game.
1 game to love.
Quick game for the Slayers.
Lead.
Oh, it's a good serve from Craig, but Neil's done really well there. Just wrapped over the top of the ball.
Half volley whip. Wakey, wakey, Craig, that's yours. Of course, what we do have here is a kind of a doubles version of a British Open match we had earlier this season where Neil played Claire, and unfortunately managed to injure himself during that match. And for a set, playing injured, just decided to play a very aggressive game like that, which paid off.
30.
So I wonder if Claire will have suffered a bit of PTSD on those 2 big returns from Neil. Good catch. Chance.
That's a good ball from Neil.
Bertie fresh off
Lead.
and eliminated training patch with Steve Agona in Chicago and Philadelphia, so he'll probably be in form.
I can imagine that would definitely sharpen anyone up, I think.
40-30, 1 chase.
Yeah, he's looked solid so far. I think his volleys have definitely improved over last year. He's been on a gap year. I think that his doubles play altogether seems to have got a lot better. I mean, not only just in the first few games of this set, but played him in National League, and he's very solid in that. So it'll be good to see how he does.
Let's see if Neil can hold up his end of the deal. I like that play from Craig there. Better than 6, and sees the main wall, takes it on. Not worried about the chase, backs himself. There we go. That's a stroke.
I mean, that is a perfect shank.
Ooh. He's got a hazard there.
Do we have VAR?
I mean, obviously we should say at this point that we have a completely different vantage point from up here,
Yeah,
so we're certainly not accusing of any foul play there, but did look a little bit strokey from up here. Very strokey from the production team.
Advantage Fulton. Hazard better than half a yard.
Has a chase to defend after that. Interesting call. Craig going to go for a tight railroad, it looks like.
That's a good get. Oh, that's unlucky. High main wall timber slider from Claire would have been virtually unplayable there.
We've got a Slayer up here in the commentary box.
Yeah, apologies for any loud murmurings you hear from our left-hand side. Oh, swing and a miss from Bertie. Thought you said he was playing well.
He's just not accustomed to putting the ball in the net, you know.
Forces.
Could be seeing again. Same again. High version. So high he's got away with it.
I think sensible leave there from Craig. Yeah, he did well. He moved back a bit, saw that Neil was going to put that pressure on and decided to help Claire out, but knowing that ball slightly too tight for him to be able to get anything out of it. I'm quite enjoying this Queen's pairing. It seems very, very wholesome.
It's very friendly, isn't it? Will it be as friendly if we get to 8 all?
You. Advantage Slayers.
Oh, it's a tight serve. It would have been a really nice 1-2, but just into the net too.
Advantage Slayers. Hazard.
Creeps over. There you go. One the wrong side of the net tape and one the other. Hazard chase here.
Long
If
second
Craig-
game this.
Yeah, if Craig stays up, he's going to be
Peppered.
probably under the gun a little bit.
In the door.
But he'll be looking to be very restrictive with the serve, keep it tight.
Yeah, he won't want to become a target. That's pretty good. It's going to be towards the net. Go on, get up there. Get up there. Shot. Great shot.
Yeah, that's really well played. You can just sit back and applaud that one, Ben.
Opened up the court nicely.
Just looks so clean off the strings as well.
Good poach from Craig.
Ooh, Craigie.
Juice.
Oh, Bertie's claiming a stroke. Token apology, which is incredible. No point hitting it at him and then apologising for it. Just either own it or don't hit it at him. That's all right. I know. I've seen Craig bench. Bertie's in trouble.
Yeah, he seems to always be in the gym. I mean, every single time I practice with Craig, which is quite a bit, because yeah, my school's a couple minute bus from the Oxford court.
I think Craig
He's
probably
always
does
there.
enough gym work for him and Bertie. Oh, that's gone out.
Advantage Slayers chase 5.
Oh, that's a good serve.
Another really good one.
Craig left with no option but to post that out.
Lost the game. That's game.
Game. Tight game, which goes the way of the Slayers.
Do you have any idea, Ben, as to who Darren's supporting?
I think he's impartial.
Sounds in it. That's a good serve.
I think he's after his teammates bailing him out of the hole that he's put them in. He can't hear me, it's fine. Or he's ignoring me.
Choosing
One
to
of the two.
ignore.
Oh, skipped on him.
Oh, bit flicky.
15-0.
Face bomb from Bertie. There you go, Claire.
30-15.
Bit of pressure on that cop volley. I think that might be the first mistake we've seen from Bertie so far. Not that that's much of a mistake, because it's a great shot from Claire.
We'll call it a forced error.
Yeah.
A good spike. A good spike.
30-0.
I'm not sure you're safe there.
Oh, it's well played from Claire.
30-0.
Firing
Bertie
up at
looking
our
at the
receivers
court.
end.
It's your court, Bertie. Good ball.
Great ball.
40-30. One chase.
Game point for the Forces.
No Slayers.
So Ben,
40-30.
I've posed this question to both
Better than
Vaughan
three.
and Lewis.
Okay.
I'll give you a second to think about it.
Yep.
MVP for this year. Who's your money on?
Okay.
Great shot, buddy. That's
I'm just going to grab my fixture list.
Jude.
We've had a
What answers have we had so far?
well. Darren's just given us the name Vaughan Hamilton, who has been a popular choice so far.
Take that.
and
He's a Maverick.
he is a Maverick.
I'll take that.
Your first choice.
If he gets MVP, we're doing okay.
Yeah. Nino's been popular as well. I thought Nino, and I had said to Lewis that
Nino to
I
back it up.
fancied Nino.
We're doing it. Do the two-peat.
I mean that he's playing well, and if he can do what he did last year, I'm sure he'll be a firm favourite.
Yeah, my first thought when I looked at the names there was I thought John Woods Casey looked very good earlier.
He did.
He's playing with Rob Fahey in doubles tomorrow. And he's got that singles against Nino on day 3, so that could be
That could be a really big match.
that could decide a couple of things.
It's a great serve there from Claire. Just nicked it on the way down.
Oh,
It's gone well to
backside post from Macca there. I'm going to throw Rob Fahey into the mix.
yeah.
Why not?
Of course.
He's got a doubles with Craig against Shenkman and Medlow. He's got a doubles with Woods Casey against me and
Advantage.
Lewis.
Forces. 1 and 2.
He's obviously won 9-3 today already. So the things you've got to take into account that John Woods Casey and Rob have already got 9-3 wins under their belt.
That is true. That is very true.
Go.
I'll go Rob Fahey.
I like that. I really like that shot. Good pressure from Claire. lots of cutting the balls,
Game,
to keep
1 game, 2.
Bertie on his back foot, trying to see if there was a bit of foul or an uncomfortable bounce. There we go, offset a little bit. Good pace from Craig.
This railway's coming back a lot more than it normally would do on day one. New balls. Rob in particular serving it
Oh yeah, Rob did.
very well, very tight, considering the balls are new, and like Neil's getting a lot of work on it as well.
Yeah, Rob got a really good. Well, I mean, you were marking the match, so you would have seen. But second serve, one bounce railroad. That was.
Well, he served
perfect.
like a sidewall serve, first serve, and then served a fault or something like that, or
It was
the
a drag, I
spinny
think.
thing, drag, served
Yeah.
a fault, and then backed it up with an absolute pummel railway. It was 2 bounces and a flush. I was like, that's a gutsy second serve.
So I think Bertie's under a lot of pressure there, because if he followed through how he would have liked to, Neil's glasses are coming off his face. But I think he did well. He got a nice little punchy action and then
Yeah.
just about stopped it. It's
I don't
great.
know if you, I don't know if the
executing.
microphone or anything picked it up. I don't know. In the dead on, but during the second match, it was quite good because we had one of the forces saying like, "Come on, goat," to Rob,
15-0.
and then
First gallery.
one of the Slayers kind of saying, "Come on, Slayers," and then someone came out with "Slay the goat," which I thought was quite good. That tickled me.
And that tickled me as Bryn
One
has
and two.
joined us in the commentary box. Not mic'd up, but with Darren. Good volley from Claire.
30 all.
It is enough, 30 all. 2-1, 30 all. And that is so good from Claire.
40,
Couple
30.
good backhand volleys. Craig watching very well, I thought. But really solid from Claire, just to neutralise that quick macro force.
Good hands. Good length as well.
Yeah. Oh, Bertie's not liking Craig being all up there.
Craig absolutely. Well, I mean, Craig,
in
Craig
fairness,
makes a comment there, but he's insisting on standing at worse than the door. So.
I think Claire's been on the rackets court a lot recently. She won the Ladies British Open doubles, which is a great result.
Yes.
I think that's clear in her volleying at the moment. And she's seeing it really well.
As always, guys, feel free to chime in with any questions in the chat. Tom Carroll Hunt already exclaiming that there might be a Bertie versus Craig personal battle going on here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Bertie's got exactly the amount of protein that Craig requires for breakfast.
It's just going to keep coming on there.
Juice, Chase, 3 and 4.
I'm just having a look through the chat. Any predictions on MVP for this year? Slammers, I've got no idea who you are, but BTM may be up there. I've got a lot of time for you, whoever you are.
That kept me and Vaughan very happy.
And Vaughan up there for second. I mean, if I get MVP and Vaughan gets second, surely we're in the final.
Lost it, better than thought.
I mean, I personally quite like a bit of support, but I mean, if my teammate's doing fine, I can kind of just sit in the
It's a team
gallery
event,
and
Henry,
watch.
it's a team
Yeah.
event. I can tell you that for having won the US National League last week, contributing absolutely nothing.
I mean, when you got James Stout in the team.
Or we lost.
Oh.
That is game. Sayers lead 3 games to 1. Well,
3-1 to the Slayers. Good dodge by Claire.
It was good heat there. It's going to be a tough one for Neil at hip height.
Ooh.
15-30.
Good way to save a chase there, stick your leg out.
Right, so everybody, let's go. 40-15.
Apologies for the background noise that you're hearing here. We've got a very Slayers dominated viewing area. Get in. Oh, he's missed the chance for a tweener there. He's missed the opportunity for a tweener. I've got to question his priorities.
Got a feed the RT flare Instagram account.
Good leave. That's a bad leave.
Game, 4 games to 1.
Alright, so we're moving into a scenario where the Slayers are just pushing themselves away here. 4-1 up. This race to 9 format's tough. Can't afford to start too slowly. Not that Claire and Craig have. Bertie and Neil have just been that little bit more solid.
15 love.
You've got to find that balance between supporting your teammates and getting warmed up.
Yes.
Hazard. 1 and 2.
Good cut volley there. Bertie
2 chases.
just missing out on that one.
Next time the camera pans to the upstairs gallery, I just want a quick poll on the YouTube. Quick vote, yes or no, for Darren's choice of shirt today. It's the spicy one.
Polka dots. He had the collar up a second ago, but Bryn's.
Yeah. What does it they say? Blue and green must never be seen.
Hazard 1 and 2.
Team captain's not convinced.
Ball.
That's great hands. Craigie, don't look surprised. That's what you're there for, son.
1 and 2.
I'm anxious. I'm waiting to see this camera to our right turn towards us.
Lost it. 15-30.
There's one over there as well somewhere, isn't there?
Oh yeah, grill.
That's good volley. Go on, Bertie, get in there. Have another go. It's in.
Game 5 and 6. 30-15.
Tough one.
Oh dear, I can see the camera's turned.
What are we saying?
It's not on us yet.
Don't forget the green. There's also a bit here, just in case. And if he's feeling really sexy, we've got some green there as well. Bertie's gone at him again. That's 3.
I have a feeling that we're about to be.
1 chase.
There we go. Oh, I'm out of the picture. Hello. I was going to tell you all to get your hair sorted out, but
Wow. Well, that's your captain you're speaking to.
Slayers lead. 5 and 6.
sadly Ben is yet to. There we go. Turn the camera back.
Good. We know where you're standing for our doubles.
I mean, I was going to probably stand in the door anyway.
You're going to go further up now.
Lost the chase. That's game 5 games to 1.
The games are competitive here. There certainly isn't a walkover, but the scoreboard is just ticking along in favour of the Slayers.
Better
5-1 now.
That's good ball from Claire.
Brave choice of Bertie to just hammer the ball at Craig again and again and again, because I think he's hoping to go to Oxford University next year, so he might pay for that.
He needs 1A in his exams this summer.
There is now a poll in the chat, which is fantastic, so
Lovell,
please
better
give us a vote on that.
gallery. Yeah, better than second.
Would I rather win the MVP or see Villa knock out PSG?
Ooh.
Wow.
I mean, given that Vaughan is tipped as well.
Yeah, I'll give MVP to Vaughan. Villa beat Liverpool. They're already long gone. Villa beat PSG. Vaughan takes MVP. Mavericks win the Super League.
Love, first gallery.
Villa playing tomorrow.
PSG tomorrow, yeah. Just after my match. It's a good ball, Bertie. It's a good ball.
It's a good bit of variation from Craig's head.
Hit it to the other side of the court this time.
Again.
Oh! Oh, that's tough.
Not out.
Yeah, 1 mark.
Smile from Mackenzie. Got it. It bounced a little bit.
All
Tried to
credit
fool the
to
marker.
Claire. That was an excellent point from her.
Yes, very good point from Claire. Stroke. Oh, Bertie's better than half.
I think that was definitely a hazard.
Sure, we'll get a
VAR
call
check.
in a VAR check from the producer in a second.
Last gallery.
Oh,
We chase it.
it's old man's tennis, just chipping the galleries there from Bertie.
Yeah, what's Craig doing there? He's got to protect the galleries. Stroke. All right, 1-1 then.
30-15.
Ruthless from the VAR.
Hazard.
I think
letter,
that would
half
be
a
such a
yard.
cool addition to Super League. I mean, it's difficult, but
I would imagine it's quite expensive.
that is
Or,
true.
or do we just pause when it's tight and just wait for the producer to do a couple of action replays and be the VAR team? There's another chance. What's Craig doing back there? What's he doing back there?
that? I think Bertie has completely got inside of Craig's head here.
4-15. Last gallery.
Sitting back. That's such a good ball. Just getting cut on it. Happy for it to land deep because of the amount of cut there. It's too good for Bertie.
Get. Team captain not happy with that, thought it was down. Craig, you've got to be up there. You've got to be up there. Making Claire's life difficult, giving her the timbre and the grill. Yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem. Claire's got a cup of Tampa and grill there.
Players lead 6 games to 1.
I mean, I'm not completely against it.
No, I'm not completely against it, but you're relying on a chip on that basis. If you don't get one, it does put your partner under a bit of pressure to pick up both.
That length on that volley from Bertie. Perfect there. Just let the ball hit the strings.
Go.
Good pressure from Craig.
Boom. Oh, I like they swung back into it. I like it.
30-15.
Kieran Booth-esque volley that from Neil. In terms of speed, Kieran's normally go over.
Oh. Good lead from Bertie. Get his feet out of the way.
Taste of his own medicine there. It's a good serve.
Oh, that's a really good serve.
30.
These two have been rolling in those railroads really well, I think.
That's another one. Get in. Yes, Craigie.
Yes, Craig, that is excellent. I think Ben, I think Ben, you're celebrating that one because of the potential for a video on the Flare channel.
It's always good to keep the content coming in.
It is. That was gorgeous.
40.
And they won the point as well. Unlike any time when I make it onto Flare, I'd lose the point.
Just have to like cut it.
Yeah. Why do we get the full rally? I don't need that.
Oh, what a lead.
Game forces. 2 games to 6. Are we seeing Claire demoing the new frames at the moment?
Yeah, I saw her unboxing that.
Yeah, same. I think she's got one out on call now. It looks nice.
Looks so good. Oh, Craig's gone for it again.
Macca also demonstrating, displaying some new frames, but in the eye area. Got some sport goggles. Bet Craig's glad he was back for that one. Furthest back he's been all day.
That's a really, really good serve from Claire, but Bertie's hit that.
Always tough, isn't it, when you
Inch
serve
perfect.
like that and you get that kind of short boast back at you to a perfect length as well, and you just think, oh,
Yeah.
5% harder or softer, and I'm all over that. Perfect return from Bertie under pressure. Get down.
I mean, if you stick like Tim or Cam on the service end, if they serve something like that, I'm sure one of them will be covering that burst. Like, I mean, to be fair, they cover anything, but it's a great return from Bertie.
That's a good serve. Another good serve.
Hands at half. Don't start showing mercy.
We have the sponsors on screen. FLM.
Ah, Sam and Mikey. We've got Lauren in there. In the members bar all week. Go and have a drink with them. So I think what we're seeing here, because Craig has been reluctant so far to really have a go at the gallery person. Neil's able to kind of park himself up at worse than second for those balls and try and kind of, safe in the knowledge that he's not getting killed. And he can have a swing back into it and keep the time pressure on Claire and Craig. Case in point, that last rally, Craig hit the ball to Neil about 3 times, none of which were really hurting him, and Neil was able to just kind of maintain position.
Yeah, and I think
and not get pushed back.
Neil's hands have always looked so good. He can afford to have quite a big swing and still get really good results.
Yeah, his timing, ball striking is very good. There you go. Great rest.
Got some great support for the Slayers up here. Lovely.
So we've got the remaining 2 Slayers next to us, and last year's Slayer, Lewis Gordon, who's been sacked for this season, free transfer to the Henchmen. Defending champion Gordo, no pressure.
15 love.
Yeah, he's got tough opponents on later.
Yeah, just look at him over there, hanging out with his old mates. Look. Yeah, you're going to crush them later. Hamilton and Henman for the win. You heard it here first. Good get. It's a little bit loose.
Ooh! Your eyes lit up, Ben. I could see.
I know. I'm ready to clip it. Any available moment. Ooh.
30-15.
The brick wall has missed one. Oh, so good.
That's just so good. It's giving the crowd some chat as well. I'd love to see it.
The Slayer's bark can be heard ringing around the Queen's Club.
Match point. Is it? I don't actually know. Is it match point, Ben? He's ignoring me. But you can see the 3 very handsome men in the top gallery now.
You're absolutely right, Henry. It is match point.
It is match point. Thank you.
It's been a complete trade between the Henchmen and the Slayers. Gordo out, Long in. Straight swap. Shenkman clearly not happy with his third placed MVP player.
On the chain.
That is it. We are done.
Set and
9 games to 2 for the Slayers.
3 pretty volatile matches in terms of scoreline.
3-3 and 2. So
there we
that
go.
concludes the first match of the day. A 2-1 victory for the Forces, giving them a bonus point as well. So top of the league with 3 points. Slayers in second place with a point, thanks to that last rubber. And we've got the defending champions, Henchmen, against the pre-tournament favourite, Mavericks.
I think you've got every reason to say that.
So join us again in an hour and 15 minutes for some more tennis. Thanks very much.
The one off the winning goal.
But just one of those where you see early, like, oh, so I'll just throw that in there. But that one was just, that one, you trying to get a couple of things. That one was just, well, you saw it. That was fun. Maybe that's what it was. I hate that You're right, I didn't. Did you what?